Hi guys, welcome to Carrie Vlogs, and today on the vlog I am doing a review of the first episode in the Steven Balm, which is Lion 4 Alternate Ending. Okay, so I have a piece of paper here which has all the things I want to discuss on it. Okay, so please feel free to leave your comments down below about the episode. Okay, so the episode begins with Steven trying to get a message from the tape given to him from Rose Quartz. Yeah, he's trying to decipher, like, if there is a message that Rose wants him to have about his quote-unquote magical destiny. Okay, because it looks like Steven has been doing it for a while, because in the frame there are lots of wads of crumpled up paper on the floor. Steven believes that there has to be a reason why he was made and that he has a quote-unquote magical destiny. Which made me ask myself these questions while watching the episode. As an audience, we don't know Steven's past that well before the show begins. Which is, I can't talk today. The show begins when Steven is 14 years old. And the only flashbacks that we see when Steven is younger is when he is a baby. So there is a huge age jump between a baby and 14 years old. So we don't know what past Steven has. Like, what past does Steven have? What did the Crystal Gems and Greg raise Steven to believe? And did the Crystal Gems push Steven into believing that he has a quote-unquote magical destiny? Because when the pilot of the episode premiered, he already was a member of the Crystal Gems. So that made me think, did the Crystal Gems push Steven into being a Crystal Gem? Okay, then, in the show, Lion coughs up a giant pink key that belongs to Rose Quartz. Then Steven goes into Lion's mane and tries unlocking the chest, but it doesn't work. Which made me think, what is in the chest in Lion's mane? I would love to see an episode based on that, because we haven't even seen it opened yet. There is a lot of important things in Lion's mane that belong to Rose Quartz. Like, Bismuth was in there, her sword was in there, her Mr. Universe shirt was in there. A lot of things are in Lion's mane. A lot of important things. So I would love to see what is in the chest in Lion's mane. Lucy, that's just a basketball. Okay. Okay, so, Lion takes Steven to the desert to find something it unlocks. So, we find the ruins of a temple-esque looking building. The only thing that we see is the arms of the building sticking up out of the ground and the door that looks like the door to the temple. That's all we see. Now, the desert has to be something important, like something really important, in order to have a building like the temple in the middle of it. I would love to see what past Rose has with the desert. Because all we know that happened in the desert was she found Lion there. And that's the only thing we know. The door unlocks, and it just looks like all of Rose's trash and junk is in there. And Steven gets really upset about that. And then he finds a new videotape addressed to Nora. And then Steven asks himself if he has a sister. Now, in the show's world, this would be virtually impossible for it to happen. Because if Rose Quartz had a child before Steven wouldn't have been born. Because she would have been part of that other baby. But I am interested in knowing if there is a child like Steven in the Steven Universe world. I would have loved to see that. Because that would answer the question that I have of, are there more gems on Earth? Because if that is true, like if there is a child like Steven, then that would mean that there are more gems on Earth outside of Beach City. And I'd like to go back to discuss the episode where Greg gets kidnapped by Blue Diamond, because in that episode, Blue Diamond and her Pearl are in Korea. And that is where Pink Diamond was killed. So, or where the Palanquin is, where her ship was. So, are there more gems on Earth than we are led to believe? And that's my question about that. Lion leads Steven to find Greg, and they watch the videotape. And it just turns out that Nora would have been Steven's name if Steven was a girl. Which I think that this ending, in my opinion, is kind of anticlimactic. Because there's like this whole thing of who's Nora, and just turned out it was just going to be Steven's name. It's just anticlimactic for me, okay? Because it would have been awesome if Nora was a child like Steven. And if there was another child like Steven in the show, who could stop them? And Steven, asks Greg what his purpose is in this world, and he just says that he's just supposed to be Rose Quartz's kid. I don't agree with that. Because of the fact that if he was just supposed to be Rose's kid, everything that has happened in the show wouldn't have happened to him. Because he's not a regular kid. He's not. And I believe that Steven's magical destiny is to overthrow the diamonds eventually. If he goes to Homeworld, he could start another rebellion and go against the diamonds and actually overthrow them. So, my overall opinion of the episode, I think it is a great episode. It really is. It goes into the past of the Crystal Gems, I think. But I have to think that the ending is anticlimactic. Because I think that Steven's name, if he was a girl being Nora, would have been told to Steven earlier. So thank you guys so much for watching. Watch tomorrow for the next episode, and I will see you guys later. Bye!